Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the OK Grognard Show. It is Saturday, August 1st, 2020, 9:30, 3 a.m. Central in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. DM review day, and we thought we'd look at this Dungeon Discoveries deck. Curious Treasure. I don't know. I've just been toying around with this thing a lot lately, and I've been having a whole lot of fun with it. And I know that the fella who sells them from Loresmith, Smith with a Y, loresmith.com, is, I'll tell you what, it seems to me 40,000 playable combinations with this deck. It's pretty cool. It seems to me that what happened with this cat was that he decided very early in this year to leave his regular job and get into the game industry, which he'd been working at for a few years, producing some fantastic stuff. And he's in the UK, and right after he takes the plunge, boom, all this crap happens in the world. And this guy who I think had a pretty solid plan and was doing very well, Chris Mahon, Mahon, under normal circumstances, this guy would have been pretty fine. And then this happened, and it kind of messed him up, which sucks. He is, however, doing a few things. 28, 29, 30, 31. View our Facebook page by August 31st. To enter this giveaway, all you have to do is leave a review on our Facebook page. Alright, here's a look at the deck here. So I'm checking out his other stuff here. I'm checking out an email he sent out a couple of days ago. He's got all of his stuff in this picture here. Let me see if I can bring this picture over for folks. Let's do this. We'll move it up like this. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to bring it over here and do this. Then I'm going to switch back over to this view. All right, check this stuff out. There it is. So this is a couple of books which you've seen, I know, recently being touted by people. Remarkable Shops, Remarkable Inns. He's got this cool dice bag. He has a whole bunch of different decks. This one with the bejeweled horse's head being the one I've been discussing. Curious Treasure. Tabletop Game Kickstarter Report 2019. He did a fantastic. He's been kickstartering stuff. Whispers from the Void, I think, is an adventure he put out. Same with The Claws of Madness. But these source books here, Remarkable Shops and Remarkable Inns, I've been considering picking up myself. These other decks are also looking pretty good. Let me read off some of the stuff he's got going here. Boom, boom, boom. I want to go over to his... Nope, that's not it. Hang on. I'll get there eventually. Curious Treasures Discovery Deck from Smith is mine. That's the one I use. Of the ones, I think that is the easiest one. Anybody can use one of these. Here, I'll read the Dungeon Discoveries Curious Treasure. Fun card decks. All of the Dungeon Discoveries are fun card decks to help role-playing game masters create immersive details on the spot. The system-neutral results are flavorful and easy to use with near limitless replayability. You will never be short of remarkable things to discover. Each deck contains 50 cards. Each card has 8 things on it, so 40,000 possible combinations. There's actually 4, they're almost like 4 prefix and 4 suffix, so I don't know if that actually number is correct, but it's a remarkable number regardless of the math on it. I don't even want to make a deal out of that. And system neutral card entries for any role-playing game. No rules, no dice rolling. So true. You've got a number of other decks. Sci-fi story hooks. I want to go to this page. Look over some more of the stuff. Go. Curious Treasure. Wilderland Voyage. Another deck there. Conjuring up imaginative details on the spot isn't easy. To draw random cards. Mix and match. So this is for stuff you would find in the wilderness. Fumbled searches. I said sci-fi locations. Nope, sci-fi locations is kind of like Wilderland Voyage, I guess. You've got sci-fi searches, sci-fi hooks. So you've got 3 for sci-fi, 3 for fantasy. One's a locations, one's a treasure, and one is a fumbled searches, what happens then sort of a thing. He does modular dungeon tiles. They're digital, so you can use them on virtual tabletops. 12 packs, 600 tiles in his Giga Bundle for $69, but they're $5 or $6 a piece for the various dungeon doors. Arcania. Found a couple of Foundations packs, Foundations 1 and 2. Nebula Outposts. You've got some sci-fi stuff in there. Nekatan, the Lost Tombs of sort of a Egyptian themed one. Ancient Egypt, quasi-ancient Egypt themed one. Cargo X, another sci-fi. Wilderland Caves. Ship Battle Mat collection. Wild Growth, sort of a ruins one. Wilderland Forest, just far out in the forest one. Dungeon Towns. Crumbling Citadel. These are print and play dungeon maps, but also for virtual tabletop. Desert Oasis. Very nice. Just a whole range of different free D&D map. Print and play VTT. So he's got one you can just go check out. And he's got a couple of one-page dungeons he created that you can utilize the map from. LORESMI, no, YTH. Loresmith with a Y.com. Go to his shop, scroll to the bottom, there's a few freebies there. Grab those at the very least. Remarkable Shops and Remarkable Inns are the two books that you can get. 112 page illustrated full color books. There's a bunch of open page I wonder if I could just do this and bring this over to here. Here we go. I think people will get a kick out of this. Do a little site search in here. Remarkable Shops. All right, there it is. 112 pages, hardcover, softcover. So they got two different prices. Prefer a softcover. There you go. Nice look at the hardcover interior pages. Rather fancy. Beautifully illustrated. Really nicely laid out. This is Remarkable Shops and their wares. Page on security, bringing your shops to life. Some maps within for unusual shop layouts. All right. Undersea Archive. Grimble and Sons Tinkering. Because you've got or can find easily maps of like city shops and layouts like that. Creating custom items. And this deck that I use would also be good for that. So you've got Remarkable Shops there. This is kind of a review of Loresmith in total. Review within a website. Get a good look at stuff. Good Morning Ink Dweller 8. Death Angel Shadow. Prometheus Bound. Been a little while. How you been? Good to see you. Well, not good to see you because I heard about the theater, but good to see you're up and around. Ready to go. What was that thing you mentioned? You know, I've got a rule set in the works for 20 years now that I call Griffins and Grottos. And you've got a thing, the something in Griffin? Griffin and Gargoyle. What is Griffin and Gargoyle? Why don't you explain that in a little more detail here in the stream chat so everybody can get a taste of what that is. So do that while I'm type that up while I'm doing a quick look at this Remarkable Inns. This is 88 pages, any RPG system, so again, a system neutral sort of thing. They don't have as many interior pages shown off here. A lot more detail. But here you go. Here's an interior page we can look at. Nice. Nice with the layout. There's a nice look in the North Call Inn. It gives you... Oh, this one's a dive. Only 1 star for wealth and prices 2 shields for security. Authority, very little. 10 rooms. Lodging, gemstone, and fishing expeditions. Okay. So they will get you a guide. They are on the seafront. Fishermen's sea navigator shipwrights are talents that are available from some of the patrons. A fish net hammock is all I need for a good night's sleep. And let me tell you, a deep bowl of hot fish stew and a pint of hag shot. Lem Orman, seasonal resident at the North Call Inn. So you can actually read a page. I like the backgrounds on the pages and the borders. This is really well laid out. It's clean. Looks very professional. It's up to snuff with the kind of layouts you'd find in official D&D books or some of the top companies like Paizo or Fantasy Flight. So, you're looking at some high quality stuff. And the prices, this one's $88, the other's $112, but you get both of them in a bundle for $50. That's pretty good. 4-star review there. Hardback estimated May to June 2020. That can't quite be right. Oh, okay, so they've started to get availability as of then. They were delayed for a while, but they must be beyond that. Still, you can always contact them. Let them know what you're interested in getting. I'll have a quick another look at these Dungeon Discovery decks. Griffin and Gargoyle. It's going to be a fantasy-themed restaurant somewhere in Lake Geneva. Nifty. Don't put it too close to Medusa, it'll turn to stone. Maybe you want to build it out of stone. There are several elements to it. But it would be an immersive fantasy experience celebrating D&D. What a great idea. This looks like an awesome book. It really does, doesn't it? Really does. So here are those decks. Here's the 3 fantasy ones. Curious Treasure, Wilderland Voyage, Fumbled Searches. Here are the sci-fi locations, sci-fi searches, sci-fi hooks. And you can get them as bundles and get like $6 off instead of the higher price. I'm not sure why there's 2 prices on those. I just picked it up as a deck, so I paid the higher. Here, this gives you an idea how it works too. So you've got a top, which is sort of a prefix, right? And then a lower end, which is more of a suffix. So a nautical themed old bedroll, a badly tarnished golden crucifix, a faintly glowing silver necklace, a decomposed halfling portrait. So you grab one from the top and one from the bottom. And because there's 4 on each one, because sometimes, let's face it, sometimes these things just don't work. You look at them and you realize, that combination, like if you tried to do badly tarnished halfling portrait, I don't know. That doesn't really quite do the trick, does it? So you just grab a different one. You look at 2 and you pick something out. Now in this case, that's the one with that. Fumbled Searches. Okay, so these are bad things, crappy things you can find when you're searching. So, unlike Curious Treasures, which are mostly really good things, these are the opposite. Yeah, I still need to get the other 2. But I have Curious Treasure already, so I don't know. Do I get the bundle and then maybe give away the other deck? That might be a thing as a giveaway, one of the giveaway dealios. Right on. All right. So, there's the deck. We're shuffling it up. we're going to pick 2 cards. I riffle. Oh, I riffle. Normally I would sleeve as well, but I won't do it with this deck because you're never playing with this deck. You're never worried about someone seeing some marking on the backing like you would with a Magic card or a deck of cards from a board game where they have to be random when you draw them or draft them or deal them out. In this case, I'm never going to look that closely. This is just for my own. Plus, they fit nicely in the box if you keep them this way. All right. I wonder if this is going to be legible. There we go. A centaur fur. Tribal headband. That one works for me. Let's grab another one. Let's go with a gleaming opulin. Oop. I need more light. It's not good enough. There we go. Divine Cross. How about an ever-burning spider talisman? Ooh, let's look at this one. I think I got to lean them a little bit this way so I catch the light right. A gold-studded unicorn horn. Well, if that doesn't become something you can imbue with magic, that was always the thing, right? With, well, certainly in 3rd edition, and I think 2nd edition. 1st edition was kind of like that, too, in that you, if you're going to magically enhance something, it needed to be something of fairly high quality, right? You couldn't just plunk down magic on anything. If it wasn't of quality, then it would be sort of the magic wouldn't take, right? Because powerful magic needs something valuable to be bestowed upon, right? Anywho, ton of these things. The image, if you'll notice, says 2018. So, he's been around a few years. He's been doing these cool things for a little while now. It's just the timing, going full time. And I think, he's got a wife and a kid. So, if you like any of this stuff, he's got it on sale. He's got it on sale because he's trying to make things work even through this pandemic. He's not begging for a bailout. He's just looking to sell stuff that he's making. And I'm going to go back into a few of the other, let's see. The Dice Geeks interviewed Loresmith. If you want to listen to him tell his story, that would be a way to go. So go to the Dice Geeks interview of Loresmith. Easy enough Google search, right? And then see what else I can name. But yeah, go to his Facebook page. Today, it's the last day. No, yesterday was the last day. Son of a gun. Well, that's a bummer, because my review, 25% off. Maybe they'll push that a little further. Wonder if he'll extend that. Tell you what, if he winds up running another sale beyond the already lower prices he's offering on those bundles, I will definitely let people know about it. He's got good printing, shipping in the US and Canada. For a deal he struck with Nord Games. So he's got some coverage there to make sure that you're not waiting forever for delivery on things that you purchase from him, which is good. And he does a nice job on the he does a nice job on all of his products. You saw some of that, some of the pictures taken there. These are all high quality. This is not a fly-by-night operation. Mailing address. Oh, he's not in the UK. He's in the Netherlands. My bad. I always thought he was from the UK. But they're Loresmith, Dorpstraat 25, Kasteren, NB in the Netherlands. All right. Well, that's tells us a little more about our European buddy. So, help him out. Want something cool? Grab something like that, because that's neat stuff. Christian Richards of Crooked Staff Productions just did a bunch of August updates on his Patreon. He's worth checking out too while you're at it. Get yourself hooked up with some cool dungeon textures. I've been working on some. Did some pillars. Did some rooms. I'm going to be revealing in a little while some pieces I built. I want to set up a little adventure using them, so I don't want to show them off until after that. But I think I can use some miniatures and do some camera work and put together a little adventure for people to go through. That should be fun. We'll see how that goes. That would be crazy, trying to do a live adventure. So do you have a building yet for the Griffin and Gargoyle? Are you already scouting places? How close can you get to that new hobby shop museum? Right? Over by the across from the Quick Mart? Are there any places along that stretch? Any of those places? I mean, there are probably a few places that are not doing well in this day and age, given all the trouble and everything. So it may be you're going to have to find a place that was a restaurant but still is. Well, I'll leave that up to you. You'll tell us more, and then as you get details, you let me know, and I'll share them with everybody. Couple options currently. Yeah, liquor license, tough to get, and you need one. You can't have a restaurant without a liquor license, for sure. That would be very difficult, unless you're a hot dog stand, right? You'll eat there, Ink Dweller? I will too. You know I will. Well, let me just say, don't forget, we're here tomorrow with a review, with a rules retrospective. We'll be looking at the Ranger tomorrow, finishing up the subclasses, first edition class, fighter class. Weekly news and announcements on Monday, cartography and world building on Tuesday, campaign discussion on Wednesday, Game Running Tips Thursday. Building Adventures on Friday. Back around to DM Reviews next Saturday. Thank you very much, everybody who has popped in on the chat. I have one option just outside. Okay. Just outside Lake Geneva, technically in Lyons. You know, Ernie technically lives in Lyons. You know, you're quite welcome. You know that State Farm on your way into town on 50? I think Lyons comes up all the way up behind there. I think Walmart is technically in Lyons. I think that was one of the beefs when they built, that they were glomming on the Lake Geneva business, big box store coming to town, but they're actually built in Lyons for the tax break, which means Lyons gets the tax money, and Lake Geneva gives them all the business. So that was kind of a beef, I think, when they were building, and it may be true. I'm not sure about the other big box stores like Best Buy and Home Depot and along that stretch over there. That whole stretch, I don't know. Check the addresses. I don't know if those are Lake Geneva or if those are Lyons too. Who knows? Anyway, I will say thank you very much. Following the channel, chime in on the stream chat, get you in on the weekly giveaway. If you're catching up with this on YouTube, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Also, give us a thumbs up. Make a little comment, constructive criticism. It's always good for us. And I'll say this, tomorrow, let's go dissect that first edition Ranger. We'll talk about a bit about what came after too, because that is probably the most redone class of any over the many years. It just gets, no, build it this way. Alternate Rangers all over the place. Isn't Aragorn enough for some people? I guess not. Anyway, tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Thank you very much. Catch you then. Bye-bye.